everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Devin's Dynasty. I am going to show you college football 26 content, mostly on Hawaii. Wanted to just show you real quick. College football 25 RIP. I hit 539 hours, so this year I definitely got to hit more. So far, game's been dope. I played some Road to Glory. That stuff was hard, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I went in there as a 4-star recruit, or no, I went in as a 3-star recruit, and I dropped down to a 2-star. There was so many stuff that I missed. You guys definitely got to let me know when you start to play it, or if you did or didn't. How was it for you? For me, I thought it was difficult. You know what I mean? I went through my high school games. I am first year at, where did I go? The Bobcats. So I'm at Ohio right now. I went to Ohio. Coach Brian Smith, he was a Hawaii alum, so I definitely want him to play, play for him. Right now I'm a quarterback number 2, but I'm close to QB1, so can't wait to see how that goes. But yo, we're here. College football 26, man. I love this home screen. Hawaii fan, Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. I love the hashtag Brotherhood. I love Go Bows. I love all that stuff. I got my boy Pofe Ashlock right down there. And we got Go Bows with the helmet, all that good stuff, man. It looks super clean. So what I said I'm going to do here, we're going to start a dynasty. I haven't gotten a dynasty whatsoever. This is the first time going into it. First time streaming my stuff to put up on YouTube so you guys can eat me alive in the comments. If you see any issues with me, like I said, I'm very new at all this. Definitely streaming and talking and all that good stuff. For me, I got a microphone. I don't know how it's going to sound when I post it up. I'm going to try my best though, man. I just think it would be cool to drop some Hawaii information and content. And, also the crazy thing about, for me, you know what I mean? I live in Pennsylvania, man. I'm a Pennsylvania guy, born and raised on the East Coast, never been to Hawaii. But growing up, high school football, back in, what was that, like 2007. I was about 17, I'm 35 now. So yeah, old head gaming. But staying up late, coming home late. Guess what was on ball? Hawaii football. You know what I mean? Watching Colt Brennan sling it. The older I got, you know what I mean? I followed through like crappy quarterbacks that they had too. You know what I mean? Like they had some bums, but Cole McDonald kind of put them back on the planet with Coach Rolovic. He kind of threw the run and shoot back out there. They had some really tough years, but I think they're in good hands now with Timmy Chang going to his 4th year, I believe. Just pretty excited to see what the year is going to bring for Hawaii fans and Hawaii Nation. It's going to be cool. We just got a new athletic director. He is coming from UCLA, so I'm hoping he brings a ton of knowledge, and hopefully he's down to spend and make the team better. You know what I mean? The biggest thing is just getting a stadium. It's really cool that the stadium is in the game this year. Last year it was just a generic stadium. I wasn't a big fan of it. You know what I mean? It actually made me not enjoy my Hawaii dynasty as much, just because I'm like, this isn't the actual field. You know what I mean? This year already, I saw like the run out. They're on the board. You know what I mean? Doing the shaka. I just think that's really dope. That's cool. It's just those little things, man. To really bring it to fullness. So this is the dynasty settings. I don't really mess around with too much of this. I'm of course going to play on Heisman. I'm going to play 8-minute quarters. I'm going to have the clock on. Wear and tear I'm going to keep on. Like I said, I really don't mess with this stuff. I had a lot of fun last year with the game, so I'm just not going to mess with it. You know what I mean? I'm really interested in this transfer portal stuff, though. I see some craziness. My biggest thing is Micah is only a freshman, so I don't want him to transfer after 1 year. You know what I mean? So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays. I'm going to keep it general. I'm just going to keep it as is, see how it goes. You know what I mean? Auto progress players. No, I want to keep all this stuff off. I want to have all the impact in my season. So this is going to be my dynasty settings. Let me know in the comments what you guys are picking also for your stuff. Like I said, I keep it very basic at times. You know what I mean? So for me, once again, this is kind of cool too. I think Delaware is going to be my offline dynasty when I'm not recording and stuff like that, just to mess around with them, especially being on the East Coast. Not that far from Delaware, so it's really cool that they're actually in the game for once. But for me, we have Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, man. They're a 1-star. That's crazy. Is there any 0 stars? Oh crap, there is. Yeah, Akron and Kent State, bad. But yeah, Hawaii is going to come into this season. under Coach Chang. I'm going to keep my coaches as is. They are a 68 overall, 66 offense, 71 defense. They're going to run the run and shoot. I'm going to try to master the heck out of the run and shoot this year. They're going to run the 4-2-5 from Coach Dennis Thurman. I'm glad is coming back and good like that. So here it is, man. First time seeing it. Coach Chang, man, level 24. He's an architect, run and shoot, 4-2-5, Pipeline, Hawaii. Let's get it. So let's pop into all this stuff. I love checking out all this stuff, man. You know what I mean? I messed around for like an hour just checking out rosters and things like that. I'm sure some of you guys are the same way. These are the years right here when I kind of just started following Hawaii. Growing up, I was a Michigan fan, but I still root for Michigan. But Hawaii's creeped into being like that number one team for me, just because I like to be different. You know what I mean? It's just not. I don't want to be like everyone else. You know what I mean? So let's see here. They 10-4. That was under Coach Rolovic, and then they just sucked, man. We're coming back. I'm pretty sure that was under Coach Rolovic. Or was it over here? Maybe it was 2019 when Coach Rowley came in there. But anyway, 2022 was just terrible with Todd Graham. He was a terrible coach for us. And then we have Timmy Chang kind of just creeping up in there. 5-8, 5-7. I really think that they're going to be above 500 this year. Not just saying as a Hawaii fan, but I think they could be a sneaky play, definitely make a bowl game. Not saying they could win the conference, but you just never know what's going to happen. Let's sign this contract. All right, starting up the dynasty. Congratulations, 100 points already. Oh, okay, so I pre-ordered. I'll take it, whatever. All right, so here's the home screen. Like I said, it's really cool to see the coach on the side. I like that. I dig it. I don't know if you guys are going to dig it, but I'm all for it. So in this first episode, I'm just going to go around across the roster, talk about some of the players. I'm not going to get into scouting yet. That's going to be on my next episode. I'm just going to kind of go slow with this, you know what I mean, just to see who's interested, who's not interested, good stuff like that. So first time checking out any of these players, seeing the progression, seeing dev traits, all that good stuff. I already don't like what I see right there with the deal breaker. You know what I mean? I know Peter is going to be in the NFL next year. Kid's a stud, dude. He is a hitter. Box specialist. I like the new archetypes. He is an impact dev. He's got blow up and workhorse. Let's see what they look like here. All right, yeah, look at him, yo. That's dope, man. And they're Nike this year. I keep forgetting, bro. Nike. I love it. It's better than Adidas. But yeah, man, Peter Manama, might be butchering a lot of their names, even though I hear them. Hawaiian names are tough to say at times, but he's a stud. He's a star. I really think this kid has an NFL potential. You know what I mean? They produce pro athletes. You know what I mean? It's just, I think this year you're going to see a lot of players, especially Peter. I think we have some receivers in Senecal and Ashlock that are definitely going to make the league one day too. And Loki, I think the running back that we'll talk about too, Landon Sims. I think he could be a sneaky 6th, 7th round draft pick. He does it all. You know what I mean? So Peter Manamu, he's going to be the captain of the defense. Let me see. Do they have captain traits this year? Yep. So I'm gonna already set him as a captain. He is going to be team captain on the defense. I love that. We just talked about him. Nick Senecal, he is going to be wide receiver 1. He almost transferred. I was really surprised but glad that he came back. He is a redshirt senior. I believe he's a redshirt senior. He's normal dev, should be star higher. We kind of meet everything that he needs right now. He's got some room to improve. This kid's a stud. He's going to go over 1,000 yards easy this year, especially in that crazy run and shoot offense. Another good defensive player we have here is Elijah Palmer. Really glad he also stayed. He wants pro potential, which is a D right now, which is tough because he's a junior. But I'm hoping we can have a really good first year and he sticks around. And another guy who talked about, Ashlock, dude, this kid's a stud. I'm glad playing time is his deal breaker because I could definitely give him that. He's a normal dev too, which is kind of crazy. I know the game just dropped, so I know some things will change. But Pofele is one of the best, receivers in the conference. This kid does it all. He's really, really talented. So let's hop into quarterbacks. So crazy. Davis came over from UCLA. He was a 4-star kid. Just never really got his foot down. I think I have him as number 20. I don't think that's his real number. But he went to Washington first, I believe, then UCLA, and now he is at Hawaii. I'm not mad at it. 6'5", 187. star dev, room to improve. His IQ is not great, but I mean, we can deal with that. Fast kid, you know what I mean? As a 4 star, I, I I don't hate it. Like I said, you always need a backup quarterback. I'm not saying anything crazy, but Mike is the guy, dude. Micah, I think he has all the potential in the world. I already hate that the playing style is D, which is crazy for me. But I'm hoping that he sticks around because I don't want to lose him after 1 year. I would love to build 4 years around him. This kid, I think he's going to be a star in real life. And like I said, that playing style, I really, really hope I can change that around. Just because he's the guy for me. He's the guy I want to stick around with. Just rock star, you know what I mean? So we have Luke Weaver. We got him. He was a JUCO quarterback. He was, I think, one of the best JUCO quarterbacks in the country. So it's nice to have that too. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing wrong with having a bunch of quarterbacks. Sucky thing now with the transfer portal. You know what I mean? And we got Caleb Freeman. Shout out Caleb Freeman. He follows me on Instagram. I also sell and trade sports cards. I go by Devin's Cards. Some of you guys might know me on there. And he follows me, which is really cool. We've chit chatted a couple times. He's looking for some of his cards, so hopefully in a new On It he'll be out in there. Popping over to running backs, Landon Sims. Landon Sims super underrated, man. I know he goes to Hawaii, the run and shoot. You really don't think about running backs much, but this kid can do it all. I'm glad they gave him a good overall as an 80. He was a 1 star. His dad played for Hawaii. He can do it all, man. Good hands too. I'm surprised it's only a 70 because in real life he can definitely do it all. So he's going to be my running back. I definitely want to get some carries to Cam Barfield because you could already see that he is a deal breaker also for pro potential. This kid is super fast in real life, and he has room to exceed there. You know what I mean? So if you see he's 91 speed already, still got 3 skill caps there. I mean that could almost be a 99. Christian Vaughn, I love this kid too. He's a bruiser. He is a power back. Championship contender F. Hopefully I can raise that so he doesn't leave. He's a senior, so I guess unfortunately that's fine. And then we got some freshmen here. One freshman. He is also deal breaker for playing style already. I'm going to butcher his name, but he's a good little player too. You know what I mean? 5'11", 240. He kind of fits that bruiser type of architect, which is cool. That is his architect. Just because Hawaii is known for that bruiser type big fullback / running back. And he can maybe fit that. You know what I mean? I just kind of have to get that playing style changed up for him. Fullbacks, we don't have a fullback. This is just a no-name guy. Receivers, we went over the first 2. Jackson Harris, we got him from Stanford. He's a nice little ball player, impact dev. Playing style, unfortunately, they say he doesn't like. I'm hoping a lot of that stuff can change because it would suck to lose all these guys after 1 year. But honestly, I think that's what Dynasty is going to be like, man. I think you're going to lose a lot of people. It's going to be tough, you know what I mean? Even Brandon White, like they got him from Kentucky. This kid's a speedster and already has that deal breaker, you know what I mean? Quickness, he can even get faster, which is nutty. Not the most powerful guy, but, we could work on that. That's totally fine also. We got Carson here. He is a stud. I'm hoping he's going to see the end zone this year for sure. Local kid. Just been sticking around there. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to play him this year in this game. Tamu, he's another kid that's, legit. And then these 3 guys are just no-namers. These 2 were on the team last year. Like I said, they're just generic players. Tight end, man. Tight end, we definitely use our tight ends. First 2 guys are definitely going to be playing the Big O. He's definitely going to be a nice little vertical threat. You know what I mean? 6'2", 230. And Devon, he's the bigger guy. He might be good in the red zone, depending on, how we do all that. A couple other guys, I think Walton is a real player, but I don't think Booth is. The line's going to be tough. Perry, he's a junior. He's got a deal breaker already. You're going to see a lot of deal breaker, man. It's going to be crazy. Let's see here. Sergio, he's probably our best guy. He's a senior this year, unfortunately. He's got that workhorse, normal dev. Championship contender is an F. We got to get better with that. We got Ethan Spencer. He's a decent little player. This guy, he's good too. I think that he could eventually move to maybe right guard, or guard position. But Ethan, I have for at least 2 years. Davenport is a stud. JTH is a good ball player. This guy's good too. You know what I mean? Like I said, I butcher a lot of their names, but he's a junior. Unfortunately, he has the playing style. I don't know why that's a thing already. You're coming here, run and shoot. You know it's what we're gonna run. You know what I mean? James is a good little ball player too. Defensively, I'm really glad that Jones sticked. I think he got some offers in the transfer portal, but he kind of stuck around. Um, Akana, we got him from Utah also, I believe. He is a local kid. A big ad for Hawaii, though. You know what I mean? I think he's going to definitely start and play some good ball. Like I said, Coach Thurman is definitely changing this defense around, which is really cool. Noah Wiley is going to be a nice little freshman. Elijah Robinson is a great ball player, though. He can even eventually make it to the NFL, too. It's really cool to have, him and JJ the third. Jackie is another good ball player from Hawaii. It's cool to see some of these kids staying, you know what I mean? Benton, we got him from, I think he was the USC grad. There was one of them, or was it Jamar? One of these guys came from USC. We got Luther McCoy. I think he came from Minnesota. So it was cool to get these guys, seeing some impact development type of guys there. Linebackers are rough, man. The biggest part of our linebacking crew is this man right here, Logan Taylor. He is going to be the heart and soul of this defense. Other than Peter, I'm going to be probably using him the most. I got to get really good with my linebacking skills. Last year, I'm not going to lie to you, still was playing with the line, defensive end at times, you know what I mean? But I'm really going to try to get better with everything. And definitely Logan's going to be my guy. Zayden, he is a freshman, highly talented freshman. Hoping to keep him around. It sucks that he's, it's pro potential. This is a little interesting here. Lurker, hometown is from Hawaii, but pipeline is Arkansas. I wonder what that is all about. I have to check into it. Like I said, game just dropped today, man, so there might be some bugs and stuff. Another really good ball player we have is Jalen Smith. I think he's another guy that can make it to the league, man. I'm telling you, there's some guys here that I could really see make it to the league. Otis is another really good ball player. Championship contender. I'm hoping I can change that around to keep these guys around. Cornerbacks, like I said, Palmer's the biggest one. We got Edwards. I'm glad he came back. He was injured. JWJ, he's a good ball player. King. James, I think he was a JUCO player. I'm glad we have him. A guy that I'm really excited to see is Freeman from Detroit, Michigan. I'm glad they gave him an impact dev. This kid I think is going to be really good. I'm probably going to start him in this dynasty. I feel like he might be my third. It sucks for Wilson Jones because he's a good ball player in real life, but I just really want to get Freeman on there and like develop him. You know what I mean? For free safety, KMJ, he's a hitter, man. He kid can hit. You know what I mean? Good ball player. I'm hoping to kind of have a good year with him. Kona Moore is a junior. I'm hoping he can step in. Brand exposure is a big thing for him. Some of these guys, like I said, I just don't know if they're real life players. Tim Malo, he is from Brown. We got him from an Ivy League school, so it's cool to have him around. Like I said, I think Julian Smith looks like a real ball player, you know what I mean, with that face scan. So definitely have to check that out. Kazi, he's a stud, you know what I mean, from Tokyo. He's got a big foot. Caleb, I think we got from TCU, so it's good to have some decent kickers, even though I feel like they're over, like, kicking power and accuracy isn't the worst thing, and Caleb was like a lot less overall. And then Lucas Barrow is one of the best punters, I feel like, in the country. So that's the roster. That is the roster we're going with. I'm going to have to check out red shirts, because I know last year if you redshirted someone, it would just mess up the depth chart. So I'm going to change this already. It's crazy, man. Davis is so much higher than Micah, but Micah's going to be the starter. We're going to go with Sims. Receiver-wise, I like this setup. Tight ends, I don't feel like I was going to change anything on here. Let's see here. We have Sam as Williams, Taylor, Otis. All right, I'm down with that. Here's where I was going to switch some stuff up. So, unfortunately, I think I'm going to move King to the bench. Freeman's going to bump up. And then we're going to put him as my third. And then safety, okay. Kick returner, probably Brandon White, right? Yep, and Barfield. White's going to be that guy. Third down back, I definitely want Cam. Powered back is going to be Landon. Slot receiver, Slot receiver I'm going to put as poke, just because I feel like in my offense I'm definitely going to throw a lot to the slot guy. So that is going to be that. All right, so that is that. Let me just check, man, because I think this is going to jack my whole thing up that I just did. But is there anyone that I want to redshirt? I could redshirt Davis, so I don't have to worry about him getting some playing time. Yeah, let's just see if it messes up this year. Let's see. So Luke, I'm gonna redshirt. I'm gonna redshirt Christian Fawn. Let's see. Redshirt Walton. I don't know if these guys are real. I think Toga Johnson is. Let's see. Redshirt. All freshmen, you know what I mean? Normally I redshirt freshmen. I don't know what you guys do. Definitely interact with me in the comments, though. I would love to see like what you guys do differently than how I set this up. You know what I mean? Zayden, I'm gonna redshirt. I really hope he doesn't leave, man, because he like I said, in real life he's gonna be a stud. Redshirt. I have to check to see how these guys are, if they're real life ball players. I always hate when it's not all up to date yet. You know what I mean? So you don't know for sure who's who. But let's check it out. Let's see. Did this update here for me? They gotta fix that bug, man. All right, so we did that. And then what did I change up here? Corners. So Thompson, get rid of him. Bring in Freeman. Like I said, Freeman's gonna be my slot guy. I think I also have to change that up on some stuff here. Third down, that was all the same. Poke stayed, okay. Sub. Where's my slot corner? Okay, never mind. They have Edwards in there. So I'm going to keep Edwards in there. All right. So that is going to be my depth chart. You saw my red shirts, all that good stuff. Let's see here. Let's just check out the schedule. It's going to be a schedule in real life. We got week 0. We got Stanford. Then we got Arizona. At Arizona. Sam Houston State. We have an FCS school. I forget who they play in real life. Is it not Delaware Valley? Maybe it's Delaware Valley. I feel like they might play Delaware Valley. I know they play Colorado in here too. Wonder if this is not like this should be like the legit schedule, but I feel like they play Colorado. I'd have to look into that. But this is going to be the schedule we're going to rock with. All that good stuff. Like I said, man, this is just going to be episode 1. I don't want to make them too long because I honestly don't know if anyone's going to even watch this or if it sounds right or A, B, and C, you know what I mean? But if you do enjoy this content, if you do rock with Hawaii, you're going to rock with me this year. I'm going to keep racking out this content, you know what I mean? So I appreciate all you guys. Make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know on the bottom, though, what I can do differently and all that good stuff. And once again, I'm going to always say this, stay blessed, and in this dynasty, go Bows. Chee-hoo!